गुड मॉर्निंग, वेलकम टू एक मुलाकात। आप सबका स्वागत है एंड दिस इज योर होस्ट Jasmine Vitlani. So today's topic, it is a very interesting topic, health related. Yes, we are talking about obesity, the new age demon. I'm your host, Jasmine Vitlani, and joining us for today's program is from all the way from Chennai, India, Dr. Perungo Therumarai Chelvan. Welcome to the show, Doctor. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Nice meeting you all. Thanks for the invite. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I was saying, welcome to the show, Doctor. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks for the invite, and it's nice meeting you all.
Thank you. So, viewers, Dr. Perungo is a very well-known bariatric surgeon in India, one of the topmost surgeons in India. He is a consultant, a surgeon at the Dr. Rela Institute and Medical Center in Chennai, India. He is also the founder and chairman of La Medas International LLP and Susruta Medical and Research Center. He is a member of the Royal College of Surgeons, Edinburgh, and is also a registered member of the General Medical Council UK. So he's here to talk about obesity, share his knowledge with us. We are delighted to have him here. So, Dr. Perungo, to start with, obesity, everyone is talking about this, demon. It's become such a hot topic. What exactly is obesity, doctor?
Scientifically, if you see obesity, we classify based on the body mass index. But for someone to when there is excess accumulation of fat in the body, everyone says that you are looking plumpy or you are looking just oversized for your height and age. So that is what we term obesity. But there is, if you want to categorize, it will be something like overweight and obesity. So that is what we classify to treat them. Somebody who is above 15 or 20 kilograms of weight for their height, for their ideal body weight, that is called obese. Right. So if for a common person to calculate his ideal body weight, you take his height in centimeter and you subtract 100 from it. Whatever comes, the number should be his ideal body weight. For example, somebody is 165 centimeter. We are going to subtract 100 from it. So 65 kilograms will be his ideal body weight. Right. So somebody who is 15 kilos, somewhere above that, 80 kilograms, should be obese. Okay. Those who fall in between this category, we generally call them as an overweight person.
Yeah. Okay.
But in common people's term, everyone above the ideal body weight we call them as obese. That is how we communicate.
Okay. In medical language. Okay. So when you say, you were talking about BMI, what is exactly BMI, doctor?
Yes, BMI is what is called body mass index. So it is calculated with the parameters weight and height. We take weight in kilogram as the numerator, and you have to divide it by height taken in meter square. So whatever value comes will be in say something 25 kilogram per meter square. So WHO, World Health Organization, has classified based on the BMI which person will be called as an overweight person, who will be called as an obese. So normal BMI for someone is some 18.5 to 25. It is BMI of a normal person. So everyone can't be at the same weight. So some people may be on the lower side of BMI, some people may be on the higher side of BMI. On an average, it is 18.5 to 25. When the BMI is above 25, we call them as overweight. And when it is above 30, we call them as obese. And what WHO and the medical field has done is they have classified obesity into 3 classes or more than that. More than 30 is called Class 1 obese, more than 35 is called class 2 obesity, and more than 40 it's called class 3 or morbid obesity. Somebody whose BMI is above 50, we call them as super obese. So there are different classifications when somebody is obese. Why we do this is to categorize them and to analyze the risk for these people. When the weight increases, there are so many complications which these people can get. So we categorize them to analyze how risky it will be, and what are the other issues they might get when weight is going to increase.
But then, what is causing this epidemic of obesity? Why is it increasing, do you think, across the world?
Basically, if we see, obesity is a lifestyle disease.
Okay.
Somebody who is going to deviate from a ideal lifestyle for any human being. All human beings are having something called thrifty gene. That is, our genes are basically an obesogenic gene. If you feed them, any person can become obese. That is the nature of all our genetic makeup for human beings.
Right.
Our ancestors, forefathers were more physically, they were more involved in their work. In this new generation, we are more involved we are using more of our brains than our body. So the entire work pattern has changed, the life has changed, but our genetic composition is still the same. So all our genes
Right.
are prone to make us obese. So it's called a thrifty gene. So when there is a scarcity of food, we will be lean. When we are going to feed our body, automatically the genes will express themselves to make someone obese. That is the basic concept. But we often forget this, and because of the all these developments in the world, so we are now shifting our focus more towards a brainy work than a physical work. So all our lifestyle has changed. Everything has been digitalized. It's an app-based system or an computer-based thing. So
Yes.
physical things have come down. So automatically our lifestyle has changed a lot. So we are slowly accumulating this energy. Whatever, even if you see the foodstuffs which were available some a century before and now, there is a lot of difference in whatever food we eat.
Right.
So we eat a lot of the simple sugars, these sweets, these pastries, bakery items. All these things are freely available, easily available, and we are
Processed
not in
food.
a position. We eat them, but we are not in a position to spend those calories. So
Okay.
automatically, this leads to buildup of calories, and these extra calories is converted into fat in our body. So these are the two main things. So basically, an improper diet and then improper physical activity. These are the basic thing for someone for becoming obese. Apart from this, we have other factors like there is a mental stress that is called stress eating. People, when they are stressed mentally, they go for binge eating, eat whatever they feel like. So these are unidentified factors which people may not be aware of. See, somebody is stressed, immediately they go out, they'll go to a restaurant or have something, they grab something, whatever is there, to vent out their stress. It's called stress eating. So studies have clearly shown that if you're going to eat same amount of calories when you are happy and when you are stressed, the body is going to take it in a different way. Somebody who is
That's
happy is
interesting.
going to, yeah, so somebody who's happy is going to have an ice cream, and somebody who's stressed who is going to have an ice cream. The calorie utilization by the body itself is different, and the stress eating leads to
Amazing.
obesity. Studies have clearly pointed out this. And the other thing which we are doing of these days is we have changed the biological clock due to our work pattern. See, all from the day the world has begun, all organisms and animals, birds, all creatures are going to, most of them, it's how science has designed is for human beings is we should be awake in the day and we should sleep in the night. This is how most of the animals are designed, except for the few animals and birds. Okay, So we are not following this circadian rhythm. So we are changing this due to our work pattern. So we are awake the whole night. We are going to sleep
Yeah.
in the daytime. This again is going to affect your weight. Okay. So this again, body will not. Body is finding difficult to accept this change, which is man-made. This is not natural. So we have, because of our work pattern, we have changed. So
Yeah.
all these things put together is going to cause this obesity. Many people think that hormonal issues or the basic reason for obesity. They might have undergone some surgeries uh, that might have led to the obesity, but that is not the truth.
Okay.
Those are myths and not the facts. Somebody who is having a low thyroid secretion, becoming hypothyroid, taking on thyroid pills, that
Yeah.
is not the main reason for someone to become obese. Okay,
Yeah,
so that is
thyroid
the
is again
common.
so common, especially in the South Asian, our people, South Asian
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
Asian Indian people.
yes.
Thyroid issues are so common. So, do you think you see a lot of patients, with thyroid problems, which has then caused obesity? You think?
That is what I'm saying. As a thyroid, as such, is not going to cause obesity. But people think that those who are having thyroid or themselves having some problem in the thyroid, so they are going to become obese. That is what they feel, and they often come to us and say, "Sir, I'm obese because I have a thyroid problem." But that is not the truth. That is only a myth. So this is very difficult to come out of this myth, but still that is prevailing in the society.
Yeah, but so why is obesity such a problem? Like not just like it affects the physical appearance, but what other side effects are there medically because of obesity?
Yes. This is a nice question, and which people should know about this, because when they come to us, they think that only two things bring them to us. One is the quality of life, that is, they are not able to carry out their day to day activities, or they are having more joint pain, back pain, breathing difficulty. These are the common things which people say when they come to us. And the other thing they say is about the cosmetic issue. They are not looking well. Physically, they are not looking well. These are the two things which mm, they feel is a complication or side effect of obesity. But from a doctor's view or from a medical grounds, if I see,
Yeah.
I'll say that obesity is not a cosmetic issue. It is a disease per se, because obese persons are more prone to become diabetic. They are more prone to become an hypertensive patients, and their cholesterol levels will be deranged. And these three basic things, once it is altered, it is going to affect their heart, their kidneys, their the blood vessels, which is supplying the heart and the brain, kidneys, everywhere. And that these people can end up in having an heart attack or a stroke. There is higher possibility of having this. And most of these people who are obese, they are going to snore a lot. They say that I'm snoring a lot, but they don't understand the concept. It is called an obstructive sleep apnea. They're not going to take in enough oxygen when they're going to sleep. So when
Hmm.
they are going to snore, there is a possibility that there is the extra fat is going to block the airway partially, and this going to they're going to take less amount of oxygen inside. Okay, and this indirectly is going to affect their heart. The substitute sleep apnea on longer term is going to affect their heart. Okay, and one more issue which people face because of this is the fatty liver. Most of them come to us with a screening scan saying that I have a fatty liver, my liver is filled with fat, all these stuffs. But they don't understand on the longer run, when this fatty liver is going to continue, the liver slowly loses its function and it is going to fail. That means it is not going to function anymore. So they might need to get that liver uh, replaced. So that is called liver transplantation. Okay, this fatty liver may be the initial stage of that severe extreme. So all these things put together, we say that obesity is no more a cosmetic issue. It is a disease per se, and it needs to be addressed.
Okay, thank you, doctor. So we hear a lot about metabolic syndrome. So what is that exactly?
Yeah, as we discussed now, the metabolic syndrome is a combination of somebody being obese and having either one of the three things: diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol levels, or a cardiac issue. Any dyslipidemia. That is what we say. It has two things. One, they are going to have low levels of this HDL, high density cholesterol, or on higher levels of other types of cholesterol. So this is called a metabolic syndrome. Why we are concerned about this metabolic syndrome is somebody who is diagnosed to have a metabolic syndrome is going to have a higher risk for getting a heart attack and a stroke. The blood vessels supplying the heart and the brain may get blocked anytime when these people are going to have this metabolic syndrome. So that is the basic reason we screen these people for metabolic syndrome.
Okay. So, obesity, I mean, some people say, I'm dieting, I hardly eat, I'm still putting on weight. Is that really true? Do you think they're eating but still not realizing that they're eating? Or is it really a problem for obese people? They are not eating but still they cannot lose weight.
Yes. See, fasting is not the solution to lose weight. That is not the right way of losing weight. Okay, there are different types of diet patterns available throughout the world. Different types of fasting patterns which are being followed. But fasting per se is not the right way to lose weight. So whenever you're going to
Right.
fast for a longer term, your body is going to utilize your proteins, not fat, for energy. Okay, and once these people will be losing weight for few months, probably 2 to 3 months, they'll be losing weight. Say they lose 10-15 kilos, and it will become a plateau. After that, they cannot lose weight. So what they do, they become frustrated, and they will go back to the switch on to the normal diet, or they overeat. They're going to put on weight which will cross their previous weight. Suppose somebody is going to fast from 75 kilos, uh, they're going down to 60 kilos, and once they come back, get back their weight, it's going to come around 85-90 kilos. See, they're
Oh,
going to,
gosh.
this is called the yo-yo phenomenon. This is because once they're going to put on weight, it is going to be the fat which is going to get deposited, but once they are fasting, they're going to lose their muscle mass. This is this is what people needs to understand. They are not losing their fat when they are going to fast too much. So fasting is not the right way. Okay, always get a nutritionist advice, or a professional advice is required whenever you're going
So do you
going
think this
to have some,
paleo,
whether it's a paleo diet or a keto diet. Okay, paleo, people say you take more of proteins, and keto, they feed with a lot of fat. But what I would suggest is being on a paleo on a longer run, or keto on a longer run, is not the right way, because it's like filling your diesel car with a petrol. So your body needs everything. So if you are going to fill your diesel car with petrol, or if you are going to do the other way, that is not going to work. Some of the cells in the body require glucose, so you need carbohydrates. So if you are going to feed proteins, if you are going to feed fat, these again needs to be converted to glucose for the body to utilize, for these cells to function. Okay, so this conversion will be an overload for the body on the longer run. So this conversion will take
right?
place either in the liver or the kidney. Okay, so when you are going to feed in a different way, body needs to convert that, take that extra stress to convert and utilize for itself. So on the longer runs, there is a risk that your liver may fail, your kidneys may fail. There are studies that on the longer run, this paleo and keto diets are harmful. So always seek a professional person's advice, either a nutritionist or a doctor. You consult them and you choose whatever is best for you. That will be the right way.
Okay, so then this is where your magic is coming in. This is where we need Dr. Perungo. So what then? What do patients come to you for? What kind of surgery do you offer? What is the solution then for obesity?
Yeah, people come to me for weight loss, but surgery is not an option for everyone. I should be clear here. Okay, we are not going to
Okay.
offer surgery for anyone. As I said, we are just going to classify, or we are going to see them. They fall into which type of category. They're going to be in the overweight category. See, somebody maybe some 5-10 kilos extra, okay, and they feel they are obese. They come to us and straight away they sit in front of our table and say, "Doctor, I want to have the surgery done." I have seen your interviews or something, but they are not the right people to have the surgery. And these 5-10 kilos can be lost without doing a surgery. They're going to
Right.
modify their diet, modify their activity. Definitely, they can lose this weight. Okay, surgery. There are certain guidelines, international guidelines, which we follow. Somebody's
Right.
BMI is about 35, and they are going to have any one of the comorbidities or the risk.
Okay.
um, uh, they obese people having comorbidities. So much we discuss either a metabolic syndrome or most of the people may have this PCOS and the infertility issues, especially the girls.
Mm.
They have a fatty liver, they have a sleep apnea, and they have a lot of severe osteoarthritis of the knee. Okay, uh,
Right.
so these people can be or they are definitely a candidate for a surgery. Okay, when their BMI is going to be above 40,
Mm-hmm.
then they are definitely a candidate for a surgery. These are the two straight away, straightforward patients which we advise them surgery. But rest of the people, there are other ways. And for these patients who are eligible for surgery also, we want to make their lifestyle corrected. So most of them may be, they may not be active physically, even though they get time to be active. They just go on with some gadgets, or they sit in front of the television or computer or with their mobile
Mm.
phones, or so they are not active physically. So
Yeah.
what we suggest is we put them on a weight loss program. We start them on a
Okay.
weight loss program. If they
Okay.
haven't attempted weight loss, we start them on a weight loss program. We ask them to correct whatever is um, possible for them to correct. So we ask them to increase their physical activity. We ask them to correct their diet. See, most of the people will be a binge eaters, or they something like we call nibblers. Nibblers means they during work they have something in the on the table and they keep on munching them. Okay, so we are not sure how much calories being taken in. They
Mm.
have their breakfast, they have their lunch, they have their dinner, and during their work time, they have something on the table which they keep on munching. Okay,
Peanuts,
this is
for
a very
example,
bad.
something like that.
Yeah, it's not only peanuts. Of course, they have these chips, especially the potato chips or whatever it is, whatever is
Yeah.
available, they have on the table. Okay, and in
Yeah.
between they'll have coffee, tea, cool drinks, whatever is available. So all these things are going to add on to their calories. These kind of food habits we need to regularize. And some people will have, yeah, they'll get up in the middle of the night. They'll be having extra appetite. So they get up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. They go have a
Raiding the
bowling of
fridge.
yeah, they raid the fridge at that time. So that is also not the right way. Okay, so all these irrational food habits has to be corrected, and the physical activity needs to be streamlined. So this is what we focus before we plan someone for surgery. So we always talk to them, and we analyze their lifestyle, and then we want to correct that. Then we will
Okay, we'll take a short
take
break. Thank you. So we'll take a short break and
yeah.
then we'll carry on the conversation. Thank you, doctor. Come back up.
Thank
Every generation knows how to help the next generation survive. Their knowledge and love is vital. We are the first generation to know that we're destroying our planet and could be the last that can save it. Become a WWF member. Help protect our planet for the next generation. Call 0800 038 0912. Text generations to 82727 or search WWF. Join us.
This is Kath. She's a real WW member. Kath knows for weight loss that lasts, you need a plan that's all about you, what you love and what you don't. Because food science shows when your plan is built for you, it's so much easier to stick to, so you can keep on living your life. Get your unique plan today at www.com and love how good healthy feels. Start today.
Discover the surprising details of your ancestors' lives with our ever-growing collection of historical records. Start your free trial today at Ancestry.
It's for her. It's for him.
Let's go.
It's for them. If you aren't around. Life insurance from Legal & General starts from just £5 a month and could support your loved ones financially if the worst happens to you. You'll also receive a £100 gift card after you take out cover. Life insurance. It's for them. Get your quote today.
Because we love our dogs, we should reward them with delicious food to help them thrive. Bella & Duke has worked with vets to develop a range that's 100% natural. First, you tell us about your dog online, then we'll recommend a food, all made from at least 80% fresh raw meat with added berries and vegetables. Finally, it's delivered frozen to your door. It's not just our natural raw food that's good for your dog. When you subscribe, you also have 24/7 access to our vet helpline, offering you free expert advice when you need it. Show your dog just how much you love them. Visit bellaandduke.com/TV and receive up to 50% off your first box.
Bella and Duke.
Heard about GoDaddy Websites Plus marketing? Build a website for free and get found online with GoDaddy.
Ever since we first met, he's always loved his bikes. I used to joke he'd leave me for one. All he ever spoke about was bike this, bike that. So when he passed, we wanted to celebrate him his way.
At Co-op, we know everyone is different. That's why we offer funeral plans to funeral services that are personal, every step of the way. To find out more, visit us or give us a call.
Children affected by the conflict in Ukraine urgently need our help. Conflict is putting millions of children and their families in immediate danger. You've seen the awful scenes on the news. Families are desperately seeking shelter and safety. UNICEF is delivering essential supplies to protect children in Ukraine. Search UNICEF Ukraine online or text PROTECT to 85525 to find out how you can help. UNICEF is working around the clock to keep children safe. We will keep doing that for as long as they need us, but we need your help to ramp up our effort. £27 could help us provide an emergency shelter for one family, helping to protect children and keep them safe from the cold. Search UNICEF Ukraine online or text PROTECT to 85525. Help us show families affected by this terrible conflict that they are not alone.
For your free brochure, call 0800 999 5555 now. Rise, recline, relax with Oak Tree Mobility.
Alice thought she'd save some money on a smart exercise bike. Thankfully, she didn't penny pinch on her broadband because she knows that BT's Superfast Fibre gives her a £20 money-back speed guarantee, super strong Wi-Fi with the Which Best Buy Smart Hub, and Norton security included with every broadband package. At £28.99 a month, she knows it's worth every penny. Join BT today.
Okay, welcome back. We are in conversation with Dr. Perungo, and we are discussing obesity, the new age demon. So, doctor, before the break, we were talking about, some patients who come to you, they are overweight, but at the same time, they don't need surgery. So then how do you progress with their plan for treatment?
As I said, we need to change their lifestyle, basically. So we assess them, we analyze them, we talk with them, and we, whatever things to be modified. As we said, we can modify their diet, we can modify their activities, we can modify their sleep pattern, we can modify their mental state, all these things we can modify. There are few pills which we can prescribe, but that is not the first option for anyone. So So there are some medicines which we prescribe to bring down the weight. That will also help them. And there are something like an endoscopic therapies, like a balloon therapy, which we can do. That is a daycare procedure. They come, they have that balloon placed, and they go back home. They follow certain diet and activity things. All these things will help majority of the people who are in the overweight category or class 1 obese. So they need not opt for a surgery on the first option. So if they are not going to lose weight, then we will see to that. Is there any underlying other issues which needs to be corrected?
Okay. So, some people are still not understanding, what is balloon therapy? They are quite scared, like, is it a balloon inside me? So how do you, convince them, like, what exactly happens in that procedure? Okay.
See, balloon is going to cause a filling effect in your body. If you're going to place a balloon, it's a silicone balloon, which is going to be filled with a saline, which is sterile, normal saline. We put an endoscope, the balloon attached to the deflated balloon attached to the tip of the endoscope. We're going to give them a small injection to sleep. We put in the scope inside into the tummy, go inside the stomach. We inflate the balloon with the saline, and we put the balloon there and remove the scope. Okay, and once they are awake, they are comfortable. The balloon is being filled, and it is going to occupy most of the part of the stomach. This is going to give them a filling effect, like they had full meals just now. So their diet will
So they don't need to
come
eat
down.
so much. They will eat only a little bit, but they feel full because there is this balloon in their stomach. It doesn't burst, right? I think that might be another worry that people might have. What if it bursts in my stomach? Phugga phat gaya to kya hoga?
This is not a helium balloon, so they won't float or it won't burst. It's a saline filled balloon, and there will be a color indicator. We'll be adding a color indicator in that balloon. So if at all it bursts, nothing will happen. There is no damage to the stomach, because this fluid will be leaking from the balloon, and that will be there is a color indicator which will be shown in the urine and the motion. So we know that the balloon has leaked. Then we put in a scope and remove that balloon. That is not going to be an issue.
Okay,
It's 200% safe. It is not an terrific or terrible procedure to scare about.
So is it like a one-day procedure? They can be admitted one day and they can go home the next day?
It's a daycare procedure. They come, they have the balloon inserted, and they can go back. And now the newer things are this swallow balloon is also available. Once they take in a pill kind of thing, it is going to go inside and it's going to swell, and it will be there. The one thing people should understand is these balloon therapies are temporary measure. It's not going to be, so we have to remove the balloon after 3 to 6 months. So maximum time we can keep a balloon is 6 months, and there are some companies which produce balloon which we can keep it for 1 year. So after 1 year at the max, so we have to remove the balloon through an endoscope. So it is not a permanent solution for somebody to have.
Okay. What other options are there? You were talking about really obese patients. What options do you provide them?
For these overweight categories or others?
Overweight, yeah.
See, we have this balloon is a better option which we have. Other things or tablets, we can prescribe some pills, do some modification of the lifestyle. These things will work well for them to lose some 10-15 kilos or even 20 kilos they can lose. For some patients, what happens once they're going to cross this limit, say 20-25 kilos, above that, the body is not going to respond. The metabolism is going to go down. The metabolism is inversely proportional to the weight. So once the weight is going to increase, the gap between the metabolism and this weight is going to widen. So weight goes on increasing and the metabolism comes down. So these people can't match with their physical activities or diet. Whatever they do, the body will not respond. Body will always resist. As I said, we are all obesogenic. We are obesity prone people. So the body will tend to retain the weight. Even if you do a strenuous workout and do a strict dieting, they may feel very hard to lose those 20 kilos or 25 kilos. And some people above these ranges, going into the morbid obesity, like BMI of above 35-40, the body definitely will not respond for them to come down with their weight. So in this group of people, definitely we need to alter the metabolism, and that is where we pitch in and we do a metabolic correction in these people.
So how do we do that?
What we do is we are going to make body secrete some hormones which are going to increase the metabolisms. See, as we generally say that the stomach is going to store the food and your intestines are going to digest the food. So the intestines are going to secrete the digestive hormones. So we want certain digestive hormones to be secreted in more amount. And science has found out that there are certain hormones from the distal part of the small intestine, which is going to work in a miraculous way to bring down your weight and increase your metabolism. So we do a small keyhole procedure. We put 3-4 holes, we go inside, and we there are certain hormones from the stomach which is going to increase the appetite, increase the craving. So all these abnormal food eating behaviors, this night eating syndromes, the binge eating, everything is because of certain hormones from the stomach. That is called ghrelin. So we don't want that to be secreted too much. So we are going to make a partition in the stomach, and we are going to bring down the secretion of the ghrelin, and then we select the portion of the intestine which is going to secrete good hormones, and we are going to connect with the stomach. This is the in simple terms, this is what we do. Once we do, automatically the body will start utilizing the fat stores. It will increase the metabolism. Yeah, that is going to reset the weight. And the weight management center in the brain is going to reset the point for the individual. Suppose the weight is set at 120. Whatever efforts he put, he cannot bring down his weight beyond 110 or something. So once we do this, automatically the brain is going to reset. It is going to reset the point at 70 kilograms. So it will start mobilizing the fat stores from the body. It is going to get signals internally. So we are not going to give any tablets, or we are not going to give any injections. We are not going to give any signals. It is all signals are going to get from inside their body. That is going to be sensed by the brain and is going to reset the point. And once this process is initiated, it is going to work miraculously, and they start losing weight. And they will lose weight in such a way how they gain. It is not going to happen in a day. So whenever they walk into our clinic and they're going back after 48 hours, they are going to look alike. They are not different. The physique is going to look alike. But the weight loss process has already begun, and it will happen over a period of an year's time. So automatically in a month's time or 2 months' time, there will be a drastic difference in their physique.
Okay, amazing. So, doctor, you are like, the magician. You have done over 1,000 procedures, for bariatric surgery and all. So, what if someone from overseas, do you get a lot of, NRI patients? Like, how does it work? What is the process if they want to get the surgery done with you?
Definitely. See, 50% of our patients are from abroad. So that is not, they have a consult with us through a video call. So we can talk to them, and we can, usually because they have their vacation fixed prior. So they have to plan earlier during their free time or on vacation. So they have a video consultation, and they fix up the dates for the surgery. And whenever they are going to come, they need some pre-operative tests then, which can be done at their own place. And once they come here, my cardiologist is going to see them, my pulmonologist will assess them, and my anesthetist will see them. And so we will optimize. If anything has to be corrected, we will correct that, and they can be taken up for surgery. And once we are going to do the procedure, hardly they are going to stay in the hospital for a couple of days. They are going to be free after that. They can rest for a week's time, and if they really have any work, they can fly back after a week's time.
So they can be like back home within a few days, within a week. They can be back home. They can fly back home if they want.
Maximum 10 days you take.
Okay.
They can be back.
And what about follow-up appointments or anything?
Most of them follow up with video consultation or the email consultation. So my dietitian will be in touch with them. So we'll have a regular checkup of their diet protocol. So we'll be giving them a manual which they need to follow, and it's very easy to follow the diet. And so they are going to follow the diet, and whatever activities they are going to increase, they are going to do that, and it will be in regular touch with.
Okay. Amazing. I think it would be nice to take a look at some photos. Studio, can we have some pics of the patients that doctor? Goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is Mr. Prabhakaran. He came to me with a weight of 159 kilos. He came to me primarily, he didn't seek my help. One of his friends who got consultation and surgery done in our hospital referred him to my clinic. So he had the basic problem of obstructive sleep apnea. As I said, he was snoring a lot, and that was
Right.
affecting his health badly. So he was just 30 years when he came to me, and what we initially advised was we made him do a pre-operative diet protocol for 2 weeks, and we adjusted his lifestyle and everything. Then we took him up for a procedure, and after the procedure, his entire mentality changed. He took it as a challenge to lose his weight. See, we do something, but it is I'm gifted to have good patients like him, so who take it as a challenge to lose weight, and he started running, covering 10,000 steps in a day as a
Amazing.
target, a minimum target. He used to send me regular WhatsApp messages from his watch that he has done so much activity, so much whatever the diet protocol is followed. And this picture is taken after a year's time when he has lost
Right.
weight. And
Okay.
so the entire family is very much happy to have him back.
Yeah. Amazing. Can we have the next one? Okay, that's the
Yeah,
before
he's
pic.
yes, yes, yes. He's Mr. Manivannan. He was also a diabetic patient, and he was weighing somewhere around 167 kilos. Okay,
Oh gosh.
so he
Right.
was. So
Can we see
he
the
was
next
not
one?
from Chennai.
Right. Okay,
Yeah,
now
this
he
is
turned into
Mr. Mani.
this.
Yes, yes. He is not from Chennai. He is from a small town from near Chennai. But he was very much aware about his health. So he consulted me, and this is a picture taken after a year's time when his weight is around 90 kilos. So he has gone
Right.
down from 167 to 90 kilos. It was also very cooperative
Next one.
patients, and very happy for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And this
And who
is
do we have here?
yeah, this is my friend, Mr. Vasant. He's a very enthusiastic gentleman who was referred to me by my professor. So
Right.
he came to me and he said, "See, doctor, I have tried everything." He is more than 6 feet. He is 187 centimeter, and he was
Yeah.
weighing somewhere around 150 kilos. And he said me, "See, doctor, I have tried everything, and I am obese from my childhood. So don't ask me to do some dieting or activity. Uh,
Yeah.
you do something to lose to make me lose weight." So I just
Next one. Yeah.
explained him how this work, and incidentally, he was a diabetic patient and he was having high blood pressure, which was not controlled by any
Yeah.
means. Okay, what we
Yeah.
after the procedure, you can see how much his physique has changed, how he has lost weight. And can you show the
Yeah.
next picture, please? Yeah, this was an article which was published in Times of India. They were interested after Vasant got this new life when
Yeah.
his diabetes and blood pressure came under control after the surgery. So this is the point I need to convey. What this procedure was started. This bariatric surgery was started from 1950s as a weight loss procedure. But what happened and what we observed in the near um, uh, time, this period is after doing this surgery, the blood pressure and the blood sugar levels come under control immediately. It is not the if we can see the picture in this article, the pre-operative and the post-op picture, the physical change will happen over a 1 year period, but the resolution
Right.
of diabetes and hypertension is going to happen immediately. You're going to
That's
operate him.
amazing.
Yeah, if we are going to, we operated him and we checked his sugar on the next day, it was under control. So that is the beauty
Wow.
of this procedure. Hence,
Wow.
what the medical field has introduced is the term called metabolic surgery. So the metabolism is going to get changed, and these procedures are directly going to help them to control or they to cure their diabetes and hypertension permanently. So it is now 4 5 years follow up with Mr. Vasant. He's not
Yeah.
he's not on any pills for his blood pressure or blood sugar. He's very
Amazing.
happy gentleman.
Absolutely. Yeah. Next one.
And this is Cynthia. She came from Kenya to us, and she was weighing. Again, she's very tall lady. She was weighing around 150, more than 150. And this was a
Yeah.
picture when she visited me with her mother for the review after a year's time. She is
Right.
very happy now.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah. Next. That's absolutely okay. You got one
This,
more. Wow. So different.
yeah, this boy is from Bangladesh. So he never spoke to me when he came to my clinic. He never spoke to me. So only his father was speaking for him. He was very
Yeah.
depressed. He was very down because he was only 18 years old that time, and
Yeah.
everyone was kidding about his weight, about his physique. So he never spoke. He was very much depressed, and this is and after the procedure, this was a picture sent by him. You can look at the style how he has changed himself after going to the
Oh,
college.
he's set to become a movie star now.
Yeah. He was very enthusiastic after a year's time, and he's very nice.
Yeah. Next. Okay. Amazing. That's brilliant. So, do you feel like, really proud? Like, how do you feel when you see the changes, in the patients, over this?
It's really happy to see them. So we can. What I need to convey is, so when we see these people, as I said, they come to us to see get themselves look better, or just they want to make themselves comfortable doing the household activities. But what are the two different angles which we don't think is the comorbidities which we discussed as I told. Once we do this procedure, they're going to get rid of their diabetes permanently. They're going to get rid of their high blood pressure permanently. So they can stop the pills for their diabetes, blood pressure, high cholesterol, and everything. So once these three problems are controlled, automatically the chances of getting a heart attack, chance of getting a stroke, chance of getting a kidney issue, problem in the with the nerves, everything is going to come down. So the complications of diabetes is multifold. As everyone knows, everybody is going to have a diabetic nephropathy or a neuropathy. It is going to affect their eyes, which is going to affect their kidneys, which will affect their nerves. So everything is going to get cured. It is not going to happen once the diabetes is controlled. This progression of the disease is not going to happen. The same way with blood pressure. Once they are going to have high blood pressure, automatically that is going to affect their brain and their heart. Everything that is going to get controlled. Okay. Apart from this, there are a lot of other issues which can be corrected with a metabolic surgery, like somebody who is infertile due to an PCOD issue or not able to have children. The fertility rate is corrected after a metabolic surgery. The fatty liver is corrected, so they are going to is going to prevent their liver from failing. So they no need to worry about their liver failure or something in the future, and automatically the sleep apnea is corrected. And one most important thing which people needs to understand is being obese is going to uh, create an increased risk for cancer. This is where even the medical field is still most of the doctors and who are in the field are also unaware of this. Obesity leads to cancer. Obesity is a cause for cancer, and what studies have shown is we know that smoking causes cancer. Smoking is a preventable cause for a cancer. It is not a genetic cause. Smoking is a preventable cause of cancer. Now, what is happening in the recent days is obesity is overtaking smoking as a leading cause in this preventable list. If you take the, if you're going to analyze the preventable causes of cancer in the next 5 to 10 years, obesity is going to top the table. That is where we are heading towards. So still, we are unaware that obesity is causing a cancer, and it can cause cancers in both males and females, especially breast cancer, uterine cancer, cervical cancer, cancer of the food pipe, stomach, colon. All these things
Right.
can happen because of the obesity. What happens in
Right.
these patients is the fat stores is going to secrete certain chemicals that is going to irritate, or that is going to change the normal cell pathway, that is going to lead to cancer. This is becoming more harmful than smoking. What they
Right.
say is sitting is equal to having smoke. Okay, if you are going to sit for more than an hour, it is equal to that you are going to smoke. Both are same.
Mm-hmm. That
So
injurious
all these
head.
things, this all these comorbidities and this cancer risk prevention, everything is going to happen on one hand with a metabolic surgery. The other
Right.
angle which we often forget is the social stigma which these people face. When somebody is obese, they're not going to go out often because they have an sense of depression. They have a sense of
Yeah.
inferiority complex within them. So
True.
because everyone is
True.
going to see them, everyone is going to watch them, and they're going to have a fun on them, and they don't get even a costume or an attire of their desire. So whenever they go out, it is difficult to get a costume or a shoes, even if they go to an
Yeah.
airport or if they go to use a public transport, it's not possible for them to get an accommodation for their size
Right.
when
You're
they are
right.
obese.
Correct.
So
Yeah. They can't fit in the standard of flight seats,
yes,
aeroplane
yes,
seats. Yeah.
everything is going to be a difficult for them. So this social stigma is always there. So they don't mingle with people. They always keep aloof, and they're going to go in for depression. And this is common in these people, which we often forget. And we have seen a lot of patients who have lost their job because of being obese. Because whenever they go
Right.
for an interview, even though they're intelligent, what the other people thinks, the interviewer think is being someone is obese means he is lazy. That may not be the truth, but still
Yeah.
people are of the myth that uh, someone is obese because he is lazy. But that is not the
True.
truth, because
True.
someone is obese because there are so many factors, as I said, and there are a lot of genetic factors, underlying genetic factors and other things. But still, so these social stigma and social factors, on one hand, everything will be corrected once they lose weight. We have seen a lot of patients who has come out of depression, who have stopped their pills for depression, and who are having a wonderful life after losing weight.
So we just got
So all
about a
these things.
minute more, before leaving. Do you have any last message for us? And can we have the contact details on screen?
What I would like to say is, see, this weight loss procedure is done through a keyhole, so it is absolutely safe. It's 200% safe. There's nothing to worry. It's safe like doing an appendix surgery or a hernia surgery. It's safer than doing a cesarean section. That is what I would like to say. A lot of people have
Right.
having a cesarean section done for the children. It is more safe than having doing a cesarean section. So there's nothing to worry
Right.
about this surgery, and it's done through keyholes. There is absolutely no pain, no scars. And we do a
Yeah.
weekend weight loss surgery. We do, most of the people finish off their work on Friday, come get operated, and they leave hospital on Sunday. They're back to work on Monday. So this is our
Yeah.
specialty, because we don't want to interfere others' work, and we don't want to waste others' time also. So we have improvised techniques like that, so that they will be the procedure will be done in a weekend, and patient will be fit to join work by the next week. So that is how we have this weekend weight loss surgery,
Okay.
which is absolutely
Thank you.
safe. And
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, viewers, and I'll see you in the next show. Till then, this is your host,